think one of 12 strings would be in tune. You're 11 so far. Okay, let's see if this works. At least you can't tune. I guess that's a good thing. I was thinking about this song because it's one that I wrote so many years ago, and used to play it off a lot. And over the years, you know, things just change. You swap out tunes, you know. If you keep writing songs as many years as I've been around, there's just some you do and some you just, the vast majority of them, I can't even remember where I wrote them. You know what I'm saying? Well, just wait and see. What I'm telling you is that the way I'm feeling now for free, I used to have to pay a lot for. That works. Anyway, where was I? You see what I mean? There's a perfect example of it right there. Anyway, I was thinking about this the other day because I remembered the first time that I went out to California, and that was about 1965 or something like that, and I was, or maybe even earlier, somewhere in that time frame. I was opening a show for Sonny Terry and Brian McGee, two fine bluesmen that were friends of my father's. I was so excited to go out there. My mom was nervous about me going out on my own. She said, you know, Arlo, if you're going, you've got to stay with family or friends. I said, well, Mom, we don't have family and friends out there. She said, well, then the next best thing. Well, the next best thing was a guy that had run around the country a few times with my father, who was actually just here a few days ago, staying with some other friends of mine, a guy named Ramblin' Jack Elliott. Ramblin' Jack was the next best thing to family or friends. I knew Ramblin' Jack at 18 better than my mom. I was freaking eager to stay with Ramblin' Jack. Of course, I didn't let her know that. I said, oh, if I have to, you know. So I get out there. Jack's living in Malibu, just north of Los Angeles, and he was and remains to this day a rodeo fanatic. I get off the plane, I get to Jack's house. The first thing he says, let's go. We walk to some rodeo arena up the street. There was a little contest, you know, going on. The Trancas Riders and Ropers Association was having an event, and you know, barrel riding and stuff like that. There was a parade going on, and the most beautiful woman I'd ever seen in my life was leading that parade on horseback, and I was just stunned into silence and oblivion. She didn't even look at me. I was terribly disappointed, and Jack saw the look in my eyes. I didn't realize at the time, neither did she or Jack, that we'd end up being married. That was a few years later. But at that time, we didn't know any of that, so Jack said, Arlo, take this. I said, what is it? He said, don't worry, it'll wear off. I had some strange dreams that night. And don't really remember them, but I remember they were in a color, or colors I didn't even know existed at that point. I woke up the next morning and wrote this song, and it stayed one of my, I love this song just because of the time it was written. Put it on the first record I ever made. Just begin the days